Hey, you there! Take away these stuff off this spot for me! I'm a surfing instructor. It's not really my duty to do that. I'll just shut your mouth and do it. You're paid to help people, not to ask questions. Wait, hold on a minute. Are those stuff even yours? Why are you asking me to move some stranger's stuff? Now, for every likes this video gets, one Karen will be banned from a beach forever. So please, smash that thumbs up and notification buttons. To the story, don't mess with my grandma, Karen. The denotations of the people involved are pretty obvious, so I'm not going to list them. Summary: Grandma with Alzheimer puts Karen in her place. My grandmother has Alzheimer, so she often doesn't know where she is or who is with her. I know for a fact that she has no idea who I am. Therefore, I make an effort to call her grandma multiple times in any sitting or activity we participate in. Recently, I noticed that she needed her hair and nails done, as the color in both those areas was fading or chipped. So, I made an appointment with a family member who owns a beauty salon and took her there. Normally, customers or those waiting for someone sit in the front area and rarely accompany a person they came with inside the actual salon floor. So, I understand why assumptions were made, but still, don't mess with my grandmother. I was on the salon floor with my grandmother, sitting in a seat in front of her while my cousin colored her hair. I was there to make sure to keep her calm and engaged while her hair and nails were being done. She was telling me the same story she had told me 10 times in the last 10 minutes, bless her heart, when I felt someone behind me. Now, we were in the farthest corner of the room, not near a bathroom or wash station, so there was really no reason someone should be behind me. My grandmother stopped talking and looks behind me. Grandma chipper as ever. Hi, are you another grandchild? Karen, no I'm not, and why are you not working? There is a line over there. Me, upon realizing she's talking to me, saying over my shoulder, I don't work here. Karen, now, I can believe that. You're on the floor, which means you work here. She's talking to me condescendingly, and I do not take that sort of tone well. Neither does my grandmother. In a moment of clarity, I watched that bright chipper smile fall and a glimpse of my brainiac grandmother peek through. I shoot a warning glance at my cousin, who is pursing her lips to keep from laughing prematurely. Grandma, well, by your own logic, my dear, you must be a worker. Go get me a new Coke, would you? That's a good honey bunch. Karen starts sputtering, and my grandma laughs. The chipper looks returns to her face, and she says, Hi, are you one of my grandchildren? As Karen stomps off in her loud high heels, my grandma turns and says, loudly, I guess not. My grandchildren are not tramps. Oh my god, I love my grandma. I don't know where Karen went. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, me too, my friend. I love how your grandma handles the situation. To the second story, lady wants me to move a random person's stuff off the beach. I work as a swim instructor on a very busy beach, and our office is based in a little surf shack on the edge of the beach. The beach is really popular, and if you don't get there before about 10 in the morning most days, you can forget about getting a decent spot for your stuff. So, it was a little before 3 in the afternoon when a random woman came up to the surf shack, and it looked like she was yelling, but I was a little down the beach as I was wrapping up a class, so I couldn't hear her. I saw her and hurried over after all the students from the 2 o'clock class were safe on the beach. I instructed the class to start bringing their boards up to the shack so I could put them away. Me, hi, my name is OP. I'm one of the instructors here. How can I help you? Lady, finally, I've been waiting forever. I literally saw her arrive less than 20 seconds ago. Me, customer service mode activated. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I was wrapping up a class and I'm the only one on duty right now. Lady, I don't need the details. Are you helping me or not? Me, do you want to sign up for surfing lessons? Lady, no. Me, so what can I do for you? Lady, help me deal with this crap. She gestures to a few towels with a windbreaker, buckets, and spades, a couple of bottles of drink, and a board bag, everything you would need for a family day out at the beach. I'd seen the family it belonged to earlier, briefly. Parents in their mid-30s, and a couple of kids who didn't look older than 10. Me, you want me to... Lady, help me move it. Me, where? Lady, in there. Points to the surf shack where the students are currently dumping their boards. Me, I think there has been a misunderstanding here. This is a school, not a storage unit. Lady, stop asking questions and just help me move it. She turns towards the stuff and I realize that she is 1, early 20s and not the mother nor the daughter of this family, and 2, carrying her own beach stuff. Me, do you know this family? Lady, why would I? Me, because you want me to move their stuff? Either you know them or you're moving a stranger's stuff off the beach. Lady, can you just shut up and do your job? You're getting paid to help people, not to ask questions. Me, I'm getting paid to teach surfing, not to move people's stuff. Lady, well, what am I meant to do? All the good spots are taken. Me, look for another spot then. She stomps off after this and I thought it was over, so I go inside to help the students with their boards, but then maybe 5 minutes later, I head back towards the door and there's a pile of beach stuff right outside the door. I look over and sure enough, the lady from earlier is lying on a beach towel in the exact same spot she would indicate it, with the family's possessions bundled up and left for me to look after. I didn't really see what else I could do after that. I had to stay in the surf shack and keep an eye on the current class while waiting for the other one to arrive, as I was the only person on duty. Plus, now it was on the premises, I figured it probably came under the surf shack's rules of us taking responsibility for lost or stolen items, and I didn't want anything to get nicked. I yelled to the lady, but she was almost definitely pretending she couldn't hear me. The family came back a little while later, 10 or so minutes, asking why some random woman in their spot was saying I had their stuff, and I gave it to them and explained. They looked more confused than angry, but I saw the dad go over to the lady and they exchanged what looked like some less than friendly dialogue, while the mom thanked me for at least making sure their stuff didn't get stolen, and she and the kids set off further up the beach. Well, if it was me, I'd set up my stuff back up all around her. To the third story, not my dog. Hello, I commute with my bike and I take bus. I've been doing this for 5 years. At the end of my day, I ride to the bus stop and I stand by a tree and get my stuff ready for a few minutes before getting on the bus. On this day, I was standing there and a lady with earbuds in came up to me screaming and waving her hands at me to take care of my dog. I was puzzled. There was a black dog walking behind her, and it passed her and came over to me and sniffed my hand and was basically sweet to me. I kept telling her, "This is not my dog," over and over, and she couldn't hear it because she wouldn't take her earbuds out, shaking my head. She left and the dog walked around the corner to a bench. A different lady who was sitting on the bench was flipping out and screaming for me to get my dog away from her. Once again, I kept saying, "This is not my dog," over and over. As I did this though, I watched her body language and realized that she must be terrified. I asked her, "Are you afraid of dogs?" And she cried, "Yes!" I calmly told her that I would keep the dog away from her, but it wasn't my dog. This dog was so nice and super friendly, no tags, but a harness. We were near a busy road and I didn't want the dog to get hit by a car. I looked around the neighborhood and saw a young girl in her car in the driveway. I asked her if she could take the dog and call animal control or something. Just keep the dog safe until its owner could be found. She was so kind and the dog just loved her and she took him for me. I love animals and I kept thinking about this dog for the next 2 days, hoping that it was safe and warm, being fed and given love. Well, about 3 days later, I was at the same bus stop and I saw a nice man walking what looked like the same dog. I asked him about it and he said yes, he lost his dog a few days ago, and I told him I was the one who found it. I was so happy to know that the dog made it home. Well, thank you, OP, for taking responsibility for this cute doggo, even though you could have just walked away. A happy ending indeed. To the fourth story. I'm not your Uber, or your minicab, or a Hackney. Last weekend, we went to visit some friends in North London. We took my wife's car, as my EV would need 2 charges on the way, and with young kids, it's just a fab we could do without. Her car is a model that I now know is very popular with various types of taxi driver in London, as it's a hybrid and exempt from the London congestions charge. We left Islington at around 9 p.m. on a Sunday evening, heading southwest towards M25/M3 junction. Kids asleep in the back with privacy glass so you cannot see it. At literally the first set of traffic lights we get to, someone tries to hail me. I drive on, he looks upset. 2 minutes on the road, we are about 7 to 8 cars back at some more lights, and 2 girls come skidding over on their strappy high heels and pull at the rear door handles. Luckily, I always keep them locked. Unluckily, they then bang on the glass and shout, "Open the door!" which wakes up my now terrified 4-year-old son. I opened my window a tiny crack and shout back, "I'm not a taxi!" "Yeah, I know. We ordered an Uber. It says here, Black Prius," as she points at her phone. This isn't a Prius, and I'm not your Uber," I replied. The traffic cleared and I drove off. Thinking the madness was over, as we got to a more major roads with fewer pedestrians, my wife has managed to calm my son down and he's nodding off again. We're on a wide dual carriageway, about 4 lanes across, doing the speed limit of 40 miles per hour when a drunk man runs across and puts his hands out to stop me. It's only about 20 past 9 by this point. How he's this drunk, I don't know, but he's run across 4 lanes of traffic to hail me. I have to hammer pretty hard on the brakes. Not quite an emergency stop scenario, but pretty close. Again, I crack the window an inch and shout, "Get out of the road!" "Now, mate, you're my minicab, yeah? Cab for Steve?" "I'm not a taxi, sorry." He's moved around to my window now, so I can just drive off. As I do, he bangs the windows behind me again. Didn't wake up the boy this time, but really pissed me off. Now considering renting a car next time we go up to London to avoid the confusion. Even if you were those girls' Uber and the door was accidentally blocked, why do they think the appropriate thing to do would be to bang on the door? To the final story. Nothing shocks me. I have 3 sisters. I admit, some days I like to be Walmartian. I wander around looking at items I might want to get with my next paycheck, check out the newest gadgets and games, and kick myself for not waiting another week because an item I bought the previous week is now on sale. As I did my Walmartian shopping, I passed a woman several times. She was clearly vision impaired. I thought maybe she was waiting for a friend. I asked if there was anything I could help her with. "I came here with a friend, and she said she would be right back. That was 15 minutes ago. She does this a lot." Well, not very considerate if you ask me. Is there any way I can? I promise I don't bite. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rick. Well, Rick, my name is Connie. I would take you up on your offer, but I have to buy some personal goods, and I'm going to need a little help reading the price tags. That's why my friend comes with me. Well, I'm willing to help. If you're willing to accept, my arm is right here, and if there's anything you need, tell me. We walked around picking up the various items. Rick, I do need something. Yeah, Connie? What you need? Well, maybe we should find a woman. The thing is, I need, feminine hygiene products. I laughed and said, "Is that it, Connie?" I have 3 older sisters and have gone to the store for them. Actually, there were times I had no choice. We walked to the pharmacy section. Connie told me which brand she needed, and I asked Connie if there was anything she needed other than that. Connie said just needed toothpaste and she'd be done. We walked to the checkout, and as I lead through the line, I helped her put her items on the belt. Connie turned to me and said, "Does Walmart train to help disabled customers?" "I don't know, Connie. I don't work here. But if they don't, they should." "Oh, wait. You don't work here and you helped me just like that?" "Yeah, why not?" Okay, here are some seeds. What is your friend's name? I will go to the customers and have her page. Rick, thanks for helping me, especially with the girly stuff. Connie laughed. Connie, like I said, I have 3 sisters, nothing shocks me. Well, the final story is certainly heartwarming, not only for stepping up when you needed to, also for the lovely feels this I Don't Work Your Lady story gave me. Euster, are the hero of the day. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.